I mean, I'm so glad that the school has survived all this and is still here. I mean, it's a big part of history in the community here, especially if you know any of the history of this area. Dr. W. Samuel had a farm here, had a cattle farm. He donated the land to the city, but he said it was not to be used for commercial use, for education, and for, what he said, recreation, for the park. So this was just part of the land that he donated.
What is your name, sir?
My name is Robert Reina.
Fabian Reina.
Robert Reina, not a junior.
So the Reina family.
Yes. I came to Mount Auburn 1972 through 1978. Back then we went from first grade to sixth grade. We didn't have kindergarten yet at the time.
What, 96 to 2000? 2001? Something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
96.
Um,
I started in 2002. I didn't leave until 2006. I was kindergarten up to third grade.
It was quite interesting years. I mean, the demographics were quite different from what they are now.
Yeah.
I remember so many things that, interesting things that happened here during those years. We would have the science fairs every spring and all. And that's where I learned about cutting glass underwater, stuff like that, bending glass, probably things you can't do in classrooms these days and all. So many things. We would have square dances in the gym on Thursdays. That was our activity. After the square dance, they would allow us to play dodgeball, but you had to participate in square dance. So
Where did you guys dance?
it's inside the gym.
Okay.
Inside the gym, and every Friday was a free day. We would get to pick what sport we wanted to play for the day.
other than like the introduction to like computers and stuff, so learning how to navigate that in the third grade. So that was an interesting endeavor. But when we started, like, tag was still a thing here. So what else did we do? I remember dissecting a pig in third grade. Yeah. So I don't know if they still do that.
My schooling was different, pretty much different from his, because I came in right after 9/11.
Yeah.
So a lot of changes happened. He was able to walk him to his class every single day, or my mom would be able to walk him every single day. I couldn't. I would have to go in through the side entrance, come in, and either wait for either the principal or a teacher or just some assistant to come escort me to class.
First grade teacher was named Miss Peterson. And of course, one of the most memorable teacher was the coach at the time here. I mean, she was here for a long time, Miss Krimmer. There's this big urban myth that she kept an alligator in the gym down in the basement somewhere. That circulated for many years. You can go on the Facebook page and people still talk about it. That she had a pet alligator down there. If you misbehave, she'd throw you down there with the alligator.
I can probably say, since I was the last one to attend here in my family, it definitely gave me like a sense of community. I mean, I still talk to people who I knew from kindergarten, and I went through kindergarten all the way up to elementary, middle school, even high school with these kids. We still talk about certain things that come back from, do you remember when this happened in school? Or like, do you remember that field day? And like, I did this. It's like, you just have those memories.
Back in those times when I went there, that I can remember was the big auditorium. And before school, when there was bad weather, going and waiting in there, waiting for them to say, it's your turn, your class. And I hated to wait. So we would find ways to sneak around the chairs or jump over the chairs or go under the chairs, and which was a big no-no because then you have to go to the principal's office if you got caught. But I remember gathering in that auditorium and just the wooden chairs. Yeah, that's one of my biggest, I wish I would have saved one of those chairs because that's where a lot of my memories are from Mount Auburn. So, and just that being that gathering spot. I remember the playground. So when I go visit now and I'm like, I remember this blacktop. I remember scraping my knee on the blacktop. I remember running around and always in my little dresses. So running around and meeting my friends there. and talking and playing tetherball. And that was one game I always wanted to play, and you had to wait in a long line to play because there's so many kids, wanting to do that, and playing Foursquare on the blacktop. So just all those kind of memories of just the childhood memories of being at school. They really deserve. We've waited patiently to see, the changes and the resources come in, and they're coming in. And I really praise the staff that's there, because it's you guys who work hard to bring this in for the deserving community, because the community can only do so much. As PTA presidents and SBDM, there's only so much you can do. You have to work together, collaborate to make it grow. And so we see that happening now in the past years that I've been around. And that's why I choose to volunteer, because it's a choice. Volunteering is always a choice. I've learned that from my mom. You can either do it or not. And, in the long run, it pays off, because you get something like Mount Auburn that has grown so much.
So I came to Mount Auburn in 1998 to 2003. My best memories are when I was in 3rd grade with Miss Elise Knight. She's the one that actually inspired me to be a teacher.
Really?
Yes. She did these thematic units with Indian Americans, and in every lesson, that's what she did. And she, she integrated everything. And then the performing, I didn't like to sing or dance, but she made it very fun. Once they get older, they'll be proud that they came to the school. There's so much progress. I mean, this is a really good school. I mean, I loved it, and I came back, so hopefully they do come back to visit.
Oh yeah, Miss Haney, she was our science teacher. Mr. Hayden, he was a math teacher. In fact, these are my pictures.
Are they really?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Miss Rouse, she was my 5th grade teacher. And Miss Blaylock, she was arts. She was our art teacher. Taught us how to do paper mache.
Come on, lunch ladies.
This is Miss Krimmer, who had the alligator in the gym. And Tim Brown is pictured right here. Yeah, because I took these pictures.
You took those photos?
Yep. And there's the original monkey bars back there in the back.
Oh,
They're still out there.
They were multicolored.
Wow. Interesting. I'm glad these pictures are here.
I want to cry.
I've seen so many changes as far as quality education happen. It's one of the things I've been very observant of as a mother and then as a grandmother. That's what I wanted for my kids and for my grandson, is that the quality that they get was, top notch. And I saw Mount Auburn really exceed throughout the years with reading and math, and then staff. And I thought that this school is going to be really recognized. It's growing, and it's going to be one of the best schools in GISD. And it's there. I feel from what I've seen, it's there. It's there, and I'm so proud. I'm so proud to be able to share with the community that, when they come and ask me for recommendations, they have choice. And it's always, go to Mount Auburn, go call them, see what they have to offer. You'll find a home there.